Hello?
Anybody?
Yeah, Patti, I just want to say, first of all, I
Isn't
really...
this your movie?
Oh, or both
No,
of
I'm
you.
sorry, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
It's not my movie, it's your movie.
I think it's wonderful the way you rendered the love for the special people in your life, and the way this film does that. And also, I want to thank you for your politics and your art, and how you combine that so well. And thinking about a country that seems to be so asleep right now, how can we go from here? And what advice would you have for other artists out there who the power of art to wake people up politically? That's what you have shown by example. And,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think that art has a lot of power to inspire people and to rally them, but it's only the people that make change. You know, a handful of artists cannot make change. They can inspire change, but the people have to make change. They have to make change by registering, by voting, by demanding, by boycotting. There's a lot of things that we can do, and politics really suck. I think they're worse than ever. I thought they might get a little better with this election, but it's all a bunch of shit. We have to elect a president. I personally, hope that we make the right decision. But whatever decision, it's not the president and it's not the artists, it's the people. And if we don't like what's going on, we have to band together and decide, that we are going to strike out, that we are going to boycott, that we are going to go on mass strikes. We are not going to buy their shit. We are, we're going to turn off our lights. We're going to, whatever we need to do to cripple these people that are polluting our world, crippling these people who are seducing and betraying and exploiting our children. So, it's up to us. And, I'm not a politician. I don't have any special knowledge. It's just, that's the way I look at things. And that's what I've observed, that it's the people who are stepped on and used, but also have the ability to rule, the ability to guide, and the ability to make change. So I do not pin my faith on any candidate or any party. I pin my faith on the people. So.
Hi.
That was good, right?
I wish I had a movie camera.
Hello, this is Hillary speaking. Can you tell us anything about your spiritual practices?
I have very simple practices. I keep my mind open and try to keep my mind as like a room, and sometimes I empty it out and hope that, something beautiful enters. It could be my father, it could be the father of us all, it could be a friend, and just simple things. Another thing is that I say a little prayer before I eat. And I always, sometimes forget to do this, but my sister Linda always does it. My friend Flea always says a little prayer before he eats, and so they remind me to do that. It doesn't have to be to anybody in particular. Sometimes it's just a little prayer, like a nursery rhyme or something. Just a moment to reflect on the fact that we're about to eat, and a lot of people don't have food to eat. And this is about to be a wonderful moment where we can nourish ourselves. It's simple stuff like that. Really, I don't really have a religion or anything, but I just go along. If I'm on the road and I see a church, I just go in, sit and think for a while, light a candle for my husband, maybe I'll light a candle for my children. It changes every day. To me, it's like, it has no rules and regulations. It's just moments of either deep contemplation or light contemplation, basically giving thanks that I'm alive. So, have you gone to church today, Steven?
I walked by one. I thought about going in.
Anyway, you know, I'm glad that you asked me questions, and I have an opinion about everything, but just because I answer and have an opinion, it's not because I think my opinion is better than anybody else's, except occasionally.
We unfortunately only have time for one more question, maybe two, if they're very quick questions.
Yes? What?
Who's had their hand up for a while?
I have a question that I'd love for each of you to answer it. My question is about making the film. What was the best part of it for both of you, and what was the most difficult part of it over the last 10 or 11 years?
There was nothing difficult about it.
Not even the long editing process.
What was difficult about it?
Outside forces.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of outside forces involved, and also too, my biggest complaint, and always the hardest thing, was always lugging the cameras around and never having enough film. Because I'd always roll out of film because I couldn't afford any more film, so that's what I got. That was always very good.
What's the best part?
She's my dear friend. That's the best part. What's your best part?
Well, I got a couple of best parts. One is a simple thing, is that, yeah, I was going to say that, is that it's the only footage that my family has of my mom and dad and the family dog. So I'm really happy to have that. And it's so typical of both of them. My mom cooking and talking about her childhood, and my father reflecting on humanity and nature. And the other great thing is I gained a brother just at a time when I lost one. So I'm really happy about that. So I'm glad you all enjoyed the film. If you have a desire sometime to come again, I live in the neighborhood, so I'll often be here to answer questions and to say hello. So good night.